Carrie, could you start this slideshow for me, please? Okay, great. Hi, I'm Ann, and I'm fairly new to the Junior League. I joined last year, and about 5 days ago, Carrie asked me to take on the position of training chair. And when the president of the Junior League asks you to do something, you kind of just say yes. So I said yes. And the purpose of this position is to provide training opportunities to develop the potential of women as community leaders and volunteers. So you will probably see me this year coordinate presentations and programs and activities, and hopefully invite guest speakers so that you leave inspired and empowered. Hopefully we can teach you something new, and hopefully teach you something new to become more effective leaders to make an impact in the community. So to kick off this first general meeting of the year, especially since our provisionals are joining us, you all have already stood up, and I wanted to kind of talk about the heart and the soul and the purpose of the Junior League and why we're all here. So the purpose of my presentation today has three parts. One, I want to help you as provisionals answer the question with confidence and pride, what is the Junior League of Augusta? That question was asked of me, thank you, Catherine Stewart, and I was put on the spot, and I had to give a 60-second elevator speech, and it's kind of hard to encompass everything that we do into 60 seconds. And with you spending as much time with the Junior League this next year, and hopefully for many more years to come, I want you to be able to answer that question to your friends and your family members and the men in your life with pride and confidence. And two, I want to spark the spirit of women empowering women within our organization to remind us all why we're all here. And three, I just want to highlight the fact that this is a group of just freaking phenomenal, fabulous, hard-working, impressive women. So for the provisional class, since you all already stood up, I don't know much about you, but I do know Christy Holt, a medical device pharmaceutical sales professional, and you recently just started your own business. If you're comfortable standing up and saying hi, you're more than welcome. And Ashley Bridges, did I say that right? And then you just started your company, Champion Medical. I totally Googled and LinkedIn you, and I hope that doesn't sound creepy. But you Google well. Okay. Ashley Bridges, weekend anchor and journalist at WJBF News Channel 6. Hi, glad to have you. All right, and that's just a little I know of the provisional class, and we cannot wait as a group to learn more about you. What? Oh no, you're getting it. Okay, and I just want to first start off talking about some of our outstanding, phenomenal, fabulous members. Carrie Baker said it best in the summer edition of Lead Links, which comes out quarterly. She says, I am honored to continue to be I am honored to continue to be part of a group of women who imagine possibilities, inspire others, and are dedicated to making a significant impact on our diverse and growing community. So she kind of hit the nail on the head with that. So I'm going to talk about a few lead members I had to randomly select. I only have 15 minutes, so I wish I had more because I could go on and on. But number one, Cindy Ivey. If you feel comfortable standing up, you're more than welcome, because we would love to put faces with names. Cindy Ivey is a chemical engineer, and she graduated from Tennessee Tech. She graduated from the Leadership Augusta program in 2013. She's a board member of Junior League and the Ronald McDonald House. And one of my favorite things about Cindy is she is hysterical and genuine and keeps it real. And she always comes through for me when I ask for help, and she's very quick to lend a helping hand. Second, Catherine Stewart. You're standing up, huh? Catherine Stewart, the development coordinator for the Children's Hospital of Georgia Children's Miracle Network. In the summer issue of Augusta Magazine, she was featured as one of Augusta's top 10 young professionals and community leaders to watch. And she was part of the reason I chose this topic for my presentation today. About 2 weekends ago, we were in a training session for arts reading where we went to the Morris Museum of Art, and the folks there taught us how, kind of gave us an orientation on reading to the kids and how to present the story along with an art project. And it was myself, Catherine, 3 other junior leaguers, and about a dozen other strangers. And they were very appreciative of the Junior League and how much we have supported them over the years. But then one of them raised their hand and goes, hey, wait a minute, what is the Junior League? And true story, Catherine looks right at me and goes, Ann? And I look at Catherine and went, Catherine? And then she looks right back at me and dead eye and goes, Ann? And one thing you should know about me is one of my biggest strengths is I don't really get embarrassed or intimidated easy. One of my biggest weaknesses is I don't really embarrass or intimidate easy. That being said, I'm very vocal and insistent when I don't want to do something, but she gave me the look like, you will give this 60-second elevator speech. And I don't want you as provisionals or anybody else in the room to ever have to stumble over your words like this. So I hope I did an okay job, Catherine. Thank you. All right, so thank you for pushing me out of my comfort zone and making me do something that I didn't want to do, but inspiring me to make this the topic of my speech today. Jamie Sprouse, where are you? Let's stand up. Fund Development Manager for Girl Scouts of Historic Georgia. And she's a mother. She's a wife. She graduated from Florida State University and has 2 master's degrees. Ooh, wow. One in information studies and one in human resources. Is that right? Did I get that right? You Google well. You Google and LinkedIn well too. Another interesting fact about her is she completed a 6-month graduate internship in London, England. And she started her own business called Call Me Cupcakes, and she is in the Leadership of Augusta program this year. Great. Another member that I want to highlight, she has actually been in my life since 2001, Natasha Pratt. Stand up, because I know you're not shy. She has been in my life since I was in college in 2001 through a wonderful organization called Zeta Tau Alpha at what used to be Augusta State University. And last year we joined the Junior League together, and she was voted most likely to be Junior League president. And she is also VP. She's been a vice president at Blanchard and Calhoun since 1996. She served as president of the Chamber's Women in Business. She served as president of the Augusta Alumni Association. She currently is a Make-A-Wish board member. She is currently a Rotary International board member. She's still an advisor to the ZTA chapter at GRU. She teaches spin classes regularly at the Y and at the Evans Fitness Center. And I'm going to totally embarrass her right now and tell you a funny story about a costume party. This kind of goes into hand with Catherine and making me do something that I don't want to do. We were going to a costume party a couple of months ago. She texts me about 10 o'clock the night before and she says, "You're dressing up as a Powerpuff Girl." I said, "No, I'm not. That's not cute or fabulous. They're kindergarten superheroes." And she says, "Yes, you are, so you're going to be Buttercup, and I'm going to be so-and-so, and so-and-so." And then she had it all planned out. She told me what to wear. And I kept on telling her, "No, I'm not going to do this." And the next night, I walk out with white tights and a green dress as Buttercup. So there are alpha females in this group that are just as assertive, if not more than me. And when I say alpha female, I mean strong, confident, assertive, natural leaders. And Natasha has been a very important part of my life. And I hope I've totally embarrassed you with that story. I was totally going to put a Powerpuff picture up there, but I thought you'd kill me. All right, another member that I want to highlight, Betsy Murdison, President and CEO of Ronald McDonald House Charities of Augusta. And in the summer 2013 issue of League Link, she said, I love this, "The League brought meaning to my life. It is because of the Junior League that I am President and CEO of the Ronald McDonald House Charities. The Junior League trained me how to be a volunteer, how to manage volunteers, and what value a volunteer brings to our society and our community." She says, "It's not like I felt like I was spinning my wheels. I felt like I was doing something of significance." I love that. Another member I want to highlight, Dan King. Please stand up. Please stand up. She just started her own business in January 2013 called The Kids Table. She teaches children to cook through after-school programs, demonstrations, and in-home parties. Raise your hand if you're a business owner. Raise your hand high. So we have some entrepreneurial spirit in here. And then Ashley Wright, I don't believe she's here, but she just got recognized as the Girl Scouts of Historic Georgia. The Girl Scouts of Historic Georgia recently recognized her as their 2013 Women of Distinction honoree. She is Vice President for the District Attorneys Association of Georgia, and since 2008, she's been the District Attorney for the Augusta Judicial Circuit. So, a warm welcome to our provisionals, and I just wanted to tell you and highlight just a few of just the awesome ladies that you are going to be surrounded by. Next, I want to just talk to you a little bit about how I joined the Junior League of Augusta and another alpha female that came into my life and told me what to do. So I graduated from Evans High School in '96, graduated from Augusta State University in 2000, left in 2001, did a couple of different things, went to Little Rock, went to Seattle, and I came back in early 2012, and the first person I called was Melissa Hankinson. And Melissa Hankinson, before she had her life change, was president-elect, and she's been in my life just as long as Natasha, since 2001. And I called her because I knew she could get me connected with the community. So she didn't ask me what I wanted to do. She told me that I was coming to the Junior League open house the next week. And she told me about the Junior League and said that you had to be invited to join. The first thing I thought was, I don't want to be in a sorority. I was already in a sorority and I was president, and the next thing I thought was, I saw the movie The Help, I read the book, I don't play bridge. I don't play bridge, right? So then I go to the open house the next week, and I was totally floored and impressed about all the misconceptions I had about the league. What really impressed me were the poster boards that they had up, and their history, the Junior League's history, helped change my mind. I was pleasantly surprised to find out that the Junior League chapter was started, the first Junior League chapter, in 1901 in New York City. For all I knew, it started in Augusta, Georgia. And Eleanor Roosevelt, our First Lady from 1933 to 1945, was one of our founding members. I was also pleasantly surprised to learn that in 1921, with the performance of Alice in Wonderland, the Junior League of Chicago formed the first formal children's theater program in the United States. I also learned that in 1938, the Junior League of Augusta in Atlanta funded the Atlanta Speech School to serve children and adults with speech, hearing, language, and learning disabilities. Another thing that impressed me as I learned more at that open house was what the Junior League of Augusta has done. We have 4 major fundraisers every year, and those are the golf tournament, woo-hoo, one of my favorites, and holiday market, attic sale, and tea time. And as I'm learning about everything that these women right here in this room do, along with raising families and having husbands and having jobs, they raised $80,000 for the community last year. And I thought, that's a lot. These chicks made a lot of money. And where did that money go? It went right back into the community, places like the Rape Crisis Center, the Burn Center, the Augusta Mini Theater, the Morris Museum, the Greater Augusta Arts Council, the Imperial Theater, the Good Hope Social Services, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So they made $80,000 from the hardworking women in this room, balancing and juggling everything else in their lives, and gave it right back to the community. So now I want to talk about reasons for joining. Melissa Hankinson said it best in the fall 2012 edition of League Links. I think she hit the nail on the head with this one. I joined the Junior League of Augusta to be a part of an organization full of vibrant, strong women who make a difference in the community. And where's Ann Beth? Is she here with us today? Ann Beth also said in that same League Links edition, who, by the way, was recognized in 2012 by the Richmond County School System as one of 26 women to watch in the community. Yeah. She said, the women of our league are pioneers in our community, addressing areas of healthful living, childhood welfare, and historic preservation, all of which I want to be a part of. The next thing I want to talk about are the friendships that I've made with people just in the past year. I love everyone in my provisional class, and I wish I could talk about every one of you, but we're just going to hit just a few. Let's see. Annie. She's not here tonight, but I will grab this Groupon and this Augusta Daily Deal. I don't know what I was thinking for I wanted to try CrossFit for the first time. I blast out this email or put something on provisional page, and I wasn't going to go by myself. And Annie comes up to me, who I had never spoken to before, and she said, hey, I saw your post. I'll go with you. And Ashley Ann, is Ashley Ann here? Ashley Ann, who's been doing CrossFit for a while, heard us talking, and she said, you know what, I've been doing CrossFit for a year. I'll go with you. There was a time where I had made a commitment to go to a professional event, and the ex-boyfriend was going to be there, and I did not want to go by myself. Amanda Farr, who is also not here, Vice President and founding partner of Compass Financial Management, looked me dead in the eye and goes, I will go with you. And several other Junior League sisters marched right to that professional event with me that night, and I just thought, this is some women empowering women stuff. And he wasn't even there. That made me mad. Heather McCoy, she works at GRU. She is one of the busiest people I know. All these people I'm talking about are not here, but they're good examples. She's one of the hardest working people I know. She's the professional epitome of hard work and making short-term sacrifices for long-term goals. And there was one time this summer where I could not make a volunteer shift, and with her being so busy, her and Natasha, within 24 hours, picked up my shift. And they said, we got you. So the friendships I've made with women through the Junior League that I did not know a year ago, are you hearing me? They're saying, I'll go with you. I'm here for you. Let me help you. I got your back. That's women empowering women. Lauren Coward, are you here with us? Lauren Coward said in another edition of League Links that her favorite memory was her first attic sale. Raise your hand if you were in the furniture section with me at the attic sale last year. I think you can relate to this. She said, our provisional class worked at the fairgrounds in the freezing cold for several hours that week. We bonded over our ridiculous outfits because we were all trying to stay warm. I made several lifelong friendships that week. I will also never forget the faces of the attic sale patrons as the doors opened and they flooded into the warehouse. They were all so excited and eager to find their treasures. It was a heartwarming experience for all of us, and I'm lucky to share it with some amazing friends. So raise your hand again if you were in the furniture section with me. All right, it was cold. It was cold. I mean, it was cold everywhere, but especially in the furniture section, we were getting dirty. We had to bring our toolboxes and assemble and repair things. We found very interesting things hidden in the couches. And about mid-afternoon of the attic sale, my toes and fingers were numb. Okay, this is even after the space heaters we had, numb. And I thought I could not do anymore. I had run out of energy. I was running on empty. And what kept me motivated? What kept me motivated were the girls in the furniture section running circles around me like Energizer bunnies. And I looked around and I said, I cannot let these women down. Women empowering women. Last, I just want to talk a little bit about what the Junior League means to me in my heart, and then I'm done. Through the Junior League, I obviously have endless opportunities to make a positive and lasting impact in the lives and the community around me. I've talked about sisterhood, I've talked about friendships, I've talked about women empowering women. One of my passions and sole purposes in life is to make a positive and lasting impact in the life of a child. And I can do that through Kids in the Kitchen, through Girls on the Run, through the Arts Reading Program. And to summarize why I'm here, are 2 quotes from 2 women, 2 very successful women. And one of them is by Gail Blank. She's the president and CEO of Life Designs. And she says, don't just stand for the success of other women, insist on it. And the second quote I'll leave you with is by Oprah, and it's one of my favorites. Surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher. So thank you so much for letting me share.